It's week 11 of the 2025 season, and we get to watch Brian Robinson Jr. He's been a frequent end-zone tourist. He's second in the league in rushing touchdowns. It's the Commanders and the Packers, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Time for teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go. It's week 11. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
Love throwing to start us off. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. We pause now for an injured player, and that looks like Josh Jacobs, who's hurt after that play and in need of a look from the training staff. Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
This finds Dobbs. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Packers.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On first and 10, here's Love. That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Dobbs. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Love from the gun. This throw is caught. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard
Motioning
line.
one of the tight ends. They'll try and punch it in. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. They don't pick up anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Another chance for him. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Love out of the shotgun. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen. Jackson, and while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the 2-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skills hold in the NFL.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Commanders will have a first.
And the Commanders first down.
Another carry for Robinson.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete, it's McLaurin. And that will not be enough for a first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and short, Daniels. That's more on the quick slant. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
A successful opening drive, nearing field goal range now. It's first down at the 41. Robinson on the inside give. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Daniels from the pistol. This is pulled in by McCole Hardman. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. This is Robinson. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Daniels. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders have a great first drive and get the game's first points. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And as we work our way through this regular season, you can see he's currently sitting in the top 5 of the league in passing. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Love. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down at the line. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. 1st down throw. Here's Love. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play. And boy, did the defense do it there.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only 1 yard there. Not much of a dent for them, though. They're facing 3rd and a mile. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Great work by the coverage downfield. Buys him enough time to catch him outside the pocket. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Packers send out their punting unit. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Like, turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few bluebirds.
From the 29. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Handoff now to Robinson. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brought down by Quay Walker. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. From the gun, it's Daniels. Get some space around midfield. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Daniels back to throw. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Caught at the 10-yard line. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders pull that in front further, 13-zip. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders double their lead to 14.
Packers 14, Packers nothing.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Love to throw. It's cut right side by Watson. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
To the air with Love. Taken in by Luke Musgrave. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Play fake, it's Love. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Love to throw again. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by Frankie Louvu. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Now Daniels to throw. Will get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
From the 39. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Give him 13 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first. Out of the gun, Daniels. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. Finds him over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked?
Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Backed up now after the penalty. It's third down. Here's Daniels. He's going to push one deep. Big gain downfield. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders parlay the interception into points. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Packers are headed back to the field, so we'll get a look at Romeo Doubs. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. Takes the handoff, now Love. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Love out of the shotgun. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for Christian Watson that time. And that brings up 4th and long. Daniel Whelan on the punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. The Commanders and Terry McLaurin are ready for another look on offense. And so far, with a chunk of the season gone, you can see he's been the league's most productive receiver in terms of yardage. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Fits it through the middle. Has a hole left, room to run. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his fourth first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Ryland now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders continue piling on to this lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. He fields it from the 8. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back-to-back carries here. And they had that one contained right at the line. Marshawn Lattimore up from the secondary for the stop. Third down, 1 yard to go.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
4-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to him. Across midfield to the 45. And finally down right along that opposing 40. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Love from the gun. Complete on the... Oh, he loses the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That was Kenny Clark on the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Daniels now. Moore's got it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. To throw, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. The Commanders are on the move here. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Daniels. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And now it's second down. Again, Daniels to the air. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Daniels from the pistol. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Marcus Williams has it. And the Packers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
The Packers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. That's Reed on the slant. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Love. Taken in by Dobbs. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing, Love. They'll get this one to Watkins. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They are throwing it again. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Timeout taken by the Packers, their 3rd and final one. Throwing his Love on 3rd. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And this one sails out, no return on the punt. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. That's complete inside the 35. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Able to get it to Moore. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. From the 24. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Commanders will have a first. They motion the tight end over. Working inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. He brings it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now the offense is going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Throwing now, Daniels. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis and practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time. In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
He'll throw it. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now that brings us to the midway point of this one. The Commanders enjoying a nice little lead here on the road. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And as they come towards halftime, it's the Eagles who have the lead in that one. The Eagles trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Drake May, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Trevor Lawrence, strong as usual in the victory as his guys run their record now to 7-3. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. Brown on the inside give. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be good for a Washington first. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Slot man motioned over. Going to the ground again on first. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Rashawn Gary with that tackle. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
They'll run with Robinson. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Staying with Robinson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has it down close. Touchdown, Washington. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again.
Commanders 38, Packers nothing.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. He's got to gain a 6 there. All down by Dorrance Armstrong. Give him 6 yards on the run, so it's going to be 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Love out of the shotgun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Love from the gun. Completed over the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they take him down right along the 30. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air with Love. This finds Dobbs. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 21-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
You know, one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
Seibbert's kick is up and good. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The Commanders headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And the type of game that he has been putting together, wow, we're going to see some of these highlights now, Brock, and I expect a lot of times over the next week, too. He has thrown this offense to the end zone time and again. What a showing. This is one of the elite games that we have seen from him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Jair Alexander with the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Daniels. Has a man, it's Brown. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. That was Kenny Clark on the tackle. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing with a blitz on the way. This one taken in by Kraft. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. It was Marcus Williams in on that stop. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Throwing from the gun here. Finds his man. It's Kraft. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they face 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Love. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he gets up for a gain of about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 48. That one's incomplete over the middle. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. Love now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They're set up at the 35 now.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Blown back gets the handoff. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Packers with the football and a chance to, well, do some window dressing here in the 4th. Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Here's Love to throw. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Seibert tacks on the point after. And the Packers cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Hardman with a return. This return makes it up to the 25. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And all the touchdowns are sure going to catch some eyes around the league, but sure not unexpected for those of us who saw how well he was throwing it back when he got his first couple of scores.
Yeah, and if anything, he's only continued to improve and play better, as this defense tried and failed to find any way to slow him down.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Another carry for Robinson. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Daniels. Moore's got it. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That's good for 7 yards. And the Commanders will have a 1st. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's going to be bottled up after taking it down to the 43. Give him 6 yards on the run, so it's going to be 3rd and 5. They motion a receiver left. 3rd and short, Daniels. Finds his target, Robinson. And they bring him down around the 34. That's a pickup of 9. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. On the give, here's Robinson. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
They'll run the draw with Robinson. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Packers into a nickel defense, 3rd down. To throw, Daniels. He's throwing deep. He's got it deep downfield. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders keep running away with this. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders tack on 7 more to their lead.
Commanders 45, Packers 10.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Finds a seam down the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45.
Here we go, set.
1st down throw, here's Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. He goes back to him yet again, complete. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
Let's go.
Loves to throw again. On target to Musgrave. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Gets this one to Watson. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33.
Takes the handoff, now Love. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Boy, take a look at that. Look at him locking down his area of the end zone. They could bring it in close enough to take shots, but there are no easy touchdowns.
A 2nd down throw here for Love. Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Love from the gun. That's complete to Musgrave. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Piniero's kick is good. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold. Yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he couldn't do a whole lot there. Minimal yardage picked off to the 27. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Commanders nearing their 6th win this season. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Third down give to Robinson. And he's brought down after a short gain. 1 yard on the run. It's going to be 4th and 10. The Commanders ready for the punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He has it at the 22. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now we're going to have a stoppage after that return. Looks like somebody was shaken up on the play. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. This is reeled in by Reed. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Love. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And if we're honest, Brock, you and I could have been making dinner plans well before this one wrapped. An absolute show of force to win this one by the margin they did. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from Green Bay.